Hello, my beautiful and talented people. Today we ask the question, how do others see you? Now, keep in mind, this is how others see you, not how you actually are. So I'll give you a moment to pick a card, to pick a pile. I know the lighting's a little bad, but 1, 2, 3. Just take a second and we will move on to pile number 1. Hello, pile number 1. It's now time to figure out how others see you. So let's figure out how others see you. Keep in mind, this is not how you see yourself or even how you actually are. This is just how others perceive you. So how do others perceive pile number 1? So how do others perceive pile number 1? How do others perceive pile number 1? Pardon me. I'm just going to adjust something real quick. Okay. So people see you as somebody who's been through a lot of trauma and heartbreak. And people see you as somebody who gives a great deal of love. Yeah. So despite any heartbreak you've gone through, you still have a very giving heart. It looks like your pile number 1 is a giver. Yeah. How do others perceive pile number 1? And I mean, it's an incredibly attractive quality to not let yourself get hardened against the pain. How do others perceive pile number 1? How do others perceive pile number 1? So you really, you're getting all the Ace of Cups. People perceive you as very lovable. Yeah, very lovable. In fact, there might be a few people in your life who are in love with you. Yeah. They see you as somebody who's just overflowing with affection and kindness. And you actually really, you really inspire emotional connection in people. And people love you. Yeah. And in fact, people want to have a chance and start. People can see that you're a hard worker. Yeah, that you really put in effort and you're always working to get better. I also got the King of Cups. Are you the King of Cups? Huh. I think somebody in particular is coming in. Yeah, somebody's in particular is coming into this reading. So there is a person in particular who has really strong feelings for you, and they're being represented by the King of Cups. This King of Cups really wants an emotional new beginning with you, really sees you as emotional fulfillment, really wants equal give and take with you. Since heartbreak came through, did you have heartbreak with this person? It looks like you do know this person and that there has been some heartbreak. But no matter what the heartbreak, there's a particular person. Now I think in general, people know you're loving and kind. In general, people know that you're loving and kind. And you have more than one person. Yeah, you have more than one person who would love to have a new start with you. But you have one particular person who is very emotionally invested in you, is in love with you. So, Knight of Swords. You are the kind of person who rushes in and takes action. You also might be really witty. Yeah, I'm getting witty. And I got the Moon. You're very beautiful or handsome. You're one of, but there is definitely a mystery about you. You, as caring as you are, I think you hold a little back because of past heartache. Yeah. So sometimes people feel like they could only get so close to you. Yeah. Now they know you're giving and kind, but they know that you've been through a lot of battles. Yeah, that you've gone through heartache, you've gone through, and also, like I said, more than one person is very interested in you, very interested in you, and people know that they might have to compete with many people. Yeah. And you might be saying, well, nobody's stepping forward, and maybe that's just because you intimidate people. Now, you are loving and warm and kind, but at the same time, maybe a little bit distant. Like, you will do a lot for people, but you're still protective of yourself. Pardon me. Let's find the card that fell on the floor. What makes pile number one? How do people perceive pile number one? Again, pain is coming up. People know that you've gone through, people know that you've gone through a lot of pain. People know that, I think people just see how kind your heart is despite everything that's happened to you. And they know that things have disappointed you. But you have so many options. And sometimes people might think that you're confused about what option to take. But I think mostly people fantasize, much stronger. People fantasize about what it would be like if you did let them close, So, pile one is really giving and kind and has a lot of admirers. Yeah, but you have one admirer in particular that is head over heels. But you have a lot of people who love you as a friend, as well as just definitely love you as a romantic interest. All right. Give me advice for pile number one. So, How do people perceive you? People have seen you transform all your pain and all your disappointment in just a more light. Yeah, you're really a transformational person. People see, one of the things that people love about you, and people do love you, is that you transform. You transform darkness into light. Yeah. You work on yourself, but whatever pain life gives you, you turn it into beauty and kindness for other people. And people really love this about you. Pile number one. How do people see a pile number one? All right, people see that you're an individual and see that you really take responsibility for yourself. I think despite what's gone on in your life, yeah, I think you don't spend all your time thinking about being a victim of it so much as you're always working to make yourself better and really concentrating on whatever you can do. And there's been a lot of dishonesty towards you in your life. You know, you are not dishonest, no. But people, as we saw with the heartbreak and the disappointments and the betrayal, all of those have been parts of your life. But it's made your heart beautiful and multifaceted. It has given you intuition and sight. And this is the Athena coin, so it's given you wisdom. But Athena is also a warrior, and I think you are too. I mean, you always work towards the light, but you've taken all the darkness and turned it into light. And you probably have to fight every step of the way to make that happen. And you might be like a really good cook or just a really nurturing human being. I get really nurturing human being. And you're really friendly. Yeah, you're really friendly. And, you know, you have been working on your spiritual... I think you gained actually some level of spiritual ability. But that aside, you were always becoming your best self. And I got a Wonder Woman button, so you are definitely a bit of I think people perceive you as a hero. Yeah. Whether male or female, like, people know that no matter how hard something is, I think people know that you'll be there. And that you'll make things better by being there. And I see that you have a protective layer around you. And people see that you are self-protective. But I think people understand why you're self-protective. But You have a special playful light about you. Got the dinosaur. I'm also getting just playful. Yeah. But also, dinosaur is strong, and I definitely get strength from you. I got the angel wing. You're definitely in touch with angels, whether you know it or not. You are somebody who's doing the work of the light. And people can see that. People might even perceive you as an angel. But people can see that your intent is good. And I've got the owl. So they also see you as wise. That what you have gone through has made you a very wise person. So thank you so much, pile number 1. I really appreciate you, and I hope that you are happy and healthy and safe, and everybody in your life is happy and healthy and safe. And if you were kind enough to subscribe or have already subscribed, I'm just grateful. And if you like or comment, it's also something that means a lot to me. But no matter what, I just thank you so much. I'm going to go and move on to pile number 2. Hello, pile number 2. We are going to ask, how do others see you? Pardon me. Now, this is not necessarily exactly who you are or how you perceive yourself, but this is how others see you. So, for pile number 2, how do others see pile number 2? 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 Okay, pile number 2. So I got the 3 of Cups, the 10 of Swords, and the 8 of Pentacles. And I'm going to put them up in a second. But now the 3 of Cups is often celebration and friendliness. But I also think that people have seen where you've been taken advantage of. People see that in the past that you've been taken advantage of. But they also see how hard you work. So I think people have witnessed you being treated unfairly. Yeah. And they know that it wasn't fair. But they perceive you as somebody who is strong and hardworking. I think people might see a little bit of an underdog in you. Yeah. Some people perceive you as an underdog. But I believe that it's just because they've witnessed where you haven't been treated fairly in the past, and they don't believe that you deserve that treatment. How do people see pile number 2? I'm just gonna make sure you can see the cards a little better. So people see that you went and took an unfair situation, worked hard, and built yourself up to your own personal level of success. And also you have the Nine of Pentacles, and right before you had the Eight of Pentacles. So you just keep on getting better. Yeah, people can see that no matter what has happened, that you take that and you work to be better. Now I see the Hierophant, which is, I think, about commitment. I think for some of you, you were definitely treated unfairly in a commitment. And maybe you were cheated on. I don't know. It doesn't say cheated on. It could be, but definitely treated unfairly. People also know that you can't be held back. You are too creative and too passionate. I think you make opportunities for yourself. Yeah, you make opportunities for yourself. You're the Nine of Pentacles. That's somebody who is successful all by themselves. And even if they have if they later let somebody in their life, but I perceive most of the people in this pile as, are you guys single? Some of you are. Some of you are. Not all of you are. No. Some people are still in a relationship, but regardless of being in a relationship or not, you are a whole person. You're a strong person. You're an independent person. And no matter what, you will make opportunities for yourself even when somebody else tries to slam the door. Yeah. How do people see pile number 2? How do people see pile number 2? How do people see pile number 2? All right, an extra wants to come out. Now, the extra card I'm going to start with the extra card because what fell out is the World. Like, people see you as a successful person. People see you as somebody who I want to say makes lemonade out of lemons, but when I say that, I don't mean you just make lemonades out of lemons. I think you then make a lemonade empire. Yeah. You take what's ever given to you and you don't just flip it. You make it. You not only learn the lesson, you make every lesson, you turn every lesson to your benefit. Like I said, you get a lemon, you make an empire of lemonade stands. You know, it's not just I'll turn the good out of it. You just crush the good out of it. You're like I think some people. I'm getting kind of like, I'm getting some level of jealousy with this card. Like, sometimes people treat you unfairly because they want to dim your life, a light because theirs is dim. They think that dimming your life will make you look, they think that dimming your light will make them look better. They don't perceive themselves as dim, but like, you don't do this behavior unless that's what you are. People see that you're wise, and people see you separate from other people. Yeah. Like, people have seen you, like, when people have come with drama, you just leave. And I think, yeah, you're incredibly intelligent and powerful. And you use logic. Like, I think when people try to harm you, you're able to parse out. Yeah, you're able to parse out what has nothing to do with you. Yeah. You will make that separation, and you'll take responsibility for your actions, but you're not going to take responsibility for other people's perceptions. Yeah, you will not take responsibility for what other people project on you. Yeah. And sometimes it looks like other people may project their own insecurities. People sometimes project your own insecurities on you. And sometimes you get treated unfairly because people project their own insecurities on you. Because you are success. And I think that you may, and you're somebody that other people would wish that they could get a commitment from. Because you're so whole and developed as a human being. However, you've had to cut off a little bit. Yeah. You had to cut off from others and work on yourself very specifically, and detach yourself from petty people. And build your own opportunities. And people will see this. Because you're always working. And like I said, any pain, you just use it and you win. Like, I think sometimes people have a hard time accepting that you will come out on top. And people may perceive that as... I don't think people even perceive that as luck. People know that you are just so hardworking and you're so passionate about your goals. You got the self-worth card. And I see that you have had to cut off people so that you can have self-worth. Because no matter how awesome you are, if you keep being around people who try to drag you down, that eventually affects you. And you won't let that happen. Because you know that what you have is yourself. And maybe you don't know maybe you don't know who you can actually depend on other than yourself. And I get that a lot of people don't know that a lot of people who pick this pile don't know who they can trust other than themselves, but you do really trust yourself. Yeah. Because you know what you have done. You know what you put into the situations, And you and people can either bring goodness your way, or they can be someone else's problem. Yeah, you're really willing to let people be someone else's problem if they're not going to be somebody good in your life. So these fell out too. I think the reason why you've had to cut people out of your life, and you have, probably quite a few, is that you really do have a soft and kind heart. And you're using your logic and your sometimes you're cutting off emotionally from people because they're not safe for you. Yeah. And you know how, at least internally, how sensitive you are. Yeah. But you have to live with you. Yeah. So you can't be around people who would just do you harm. People see you as comforting. Yeah. And people also see this kind heart, but they also see that sometimes just to get through things that you have to hide it. And maybe sometimes you can be perceived as cold-hearted. And I don't know if any of you are Greek, but this has a Greek key and other things like that. I mean, there might be some love there, but these, but also, you know, for some of you, you just communicate with your heart. I think that a lot of you, that's not for you. I think sometimes you can be perceived as cold-hearted because while other people see the warmth in your heart, I think the people that you have to shut out, and these were people you had to shut out. So I don't want you to feel bad about it that some people think you're cold-hearted. I can tell that these were people you had to cut out. And sometimes that's just a mask. Yeah. Because your kind heart is there, your comforting presence is there. I think it really depends on who you're asking. I think that the people who treat you with kindness, yeah, the people who treat you with kindness get comfort. But you won't ever let anybody know that they've harmed you. No, you're not going to even give somebody the satisfaction of seeing any pain. You may still have that soft heart, but you are not going to let people see any weakness. And I've got don't panic. So maybe you guys are hitchhikers of the... a lot of you, well, at least some of you are hitchhikers of the galaxy fan. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, I'm sorry. But with don't panic, like your cards showed before, people see that no matter what situation that comes in front of you, you're not panicking. You just figure out how to make this benefit you. You turn everything around. Like, you work well together with people, and a lot of people feel attached to you. Like, you have a star quality. Like, you are somebody that people are amazed by you. I think you give some people real levels of hope. Yeah. Because they can see what's happened, and they can see that no matter what heartbreak, you're just always going to come in, and you are just going to turn things around. And the people, even the people that don't mean you well, sometimes they don't mean you well because they're jealous of just how magical you are. Yeah, I've got a dragon, you're powerful, you're like, people, the moment somebody thinks you're down, you're not down. I mean, it hurt, but you don't let that, because people see that you're just valuable. People see you as just somebody who's a success. You are somebody who will give an olive branch. Again, you're magical. And people see how highly developed you are. And I think people want to be part of your success story. Because no matter how you feel about yourself, people see you as a success story. Like, people see you as the person who defies any and every odd. So, I'm very proud of you, pile number 2. Thank you so much. I would appreciate greatly if you subscribed, but no matter what, I really appreciate you. If you liked or commented, those are also things I highly value. And if you want an individual reading just to go further into your situation in particular, I do those, and you can check below in the description. No matter what, though, I hope you are healthy and happy or safe. And I hope that everybody in your life is happy and safe as well. Thank you so much. We're moving on to pile number 3. Hello, pile number 3. Thank you so much. We're going to see how others perceive you. How do other people see you? How do other people see pile number 3? All right, heartbreak flash real quick. So we're going to see what comes out. Pile number 3. Pile number 3. People see you as beautiful, abundant. People see you as just competent, but really caring and nurturing. People see you as somebody who makes things happen. And this is somebody who's amazing, but people see that you don't see how amazing you are. People see that you are somebody who has just unlimited potential, but sometimes they see you being stuck in your mind. And they see that you've gone through a lot, and you're just willing to keep fighting, but so tired of fighting. People see you as a warrior, like somebody who just no matter what. People also feel that maybe you might be a little defensive. Yeah, they see a little bit defensiveness in you. But like they know that you're this amazing person. Like when people see you, they see an amazing person who doesn't see how amazing that they are. And has perhaps gone through a lot of things. But they know that you're going to win. Like they see you as a winner. People, when they see you as somebody who's charismatic, who's a winner, who's extraordinarily strong. And like, again, like I get a lot of attractiveness, like really strong, really attractive. But at least at this moment, they see you as somebody who is of two minds about things. It's like they see you as this incredibly strong, incredibly competent person. But they know that you're going through a hard time. And that right now, your limitations are in your perception. Like as soon as you make that decision, you're going to win. And as soon as I think you need a rest. That was just for me, but people see that you don't know what kind of powerhouse that you are. And like they see you as a powerhouse. Like people see that you're moving on from painful situations. And maybe that's why in this moment you're stuck in your head, because you might still be, you're moving on from the pain, but you still feel it. Now, I don't know if there was some relationship. There was definitely, I think, a lot of love. But the lovers is also about making a choice. Yeah. I think some of this pile, people think that you need to make a choice to love. I think some people feel that you're refusing to see the love that's in front of you. Again, this is the second time the Two of Swords came in. So and both the Two of Swords, even though in this depiction of these other two depictions, the Two of Swords is traditionally a blindfolded card. And so is the Eight of Swords, which you got. People see that you're not seeing something. Yeah. You're not seeing something, but other people can see it. And you're really not seeing it. And it's almost like you're willfully not seeing it. At least that's how other people perceive it. Because there's something that's And I think maybe you just can't accept that you're loved. Like, maybe there is some level of trauma that has made you believe, at least on some level, that you are unlovable. And sometimes that's caused you to maybe to fight people off because you're trying to move on from all the pain. And I think you see connection as pain. And people, there is at least a huge amount of people who just see you as somebody who's extraordinary. Yeah, like genuinely extraordinary, attractive, just full of so much potential. Oh, and the moon's in the bottom. The moon's on the bottom, and I think people can't get you to see it. And people want you to see it. Because, like, people don't think that you're, like, kind of okay. People think you're amazing. And I think you're caught in your head because it's easier than being in your emotions. Yeah. Even though, I mean, the Empress is an incredibly kind person. But you had to emotionally walk away from things in the past. And people know that you've had to walk away from pain and that you're moving on away from pain, walked away from it, you're moving forward into better waters. Again, this is a relationship card. Like this is a relationship where two people really love each other and really see, like, it's two people who are really balanced. Like, you've got the Lovers and the Four of Wands. Like, this is a marriage card. That's, definitely a love card. But people think you are holding back so much that they can give you love, but you won't ever receive it. So for my amazing pile number 3, you are lovable. And you will have to do something eventually to get past the pain, so you're not stuck in your mind and you're not just holding on to that, because people see the light in you. People see how amazing you are. And as soon as you're able to come out of the pain, people want to give you love. But right now, they think that you're too stuck in the pain to be able to receive it, and they see you as somebody who holds back because of what's happened. And people see you as somebody who's smart, who's maybe sassy, somebody who has a truly beautiful heart. They see you as magical and powerful and valuable and passionate. And as somebody who just, you warm people's hearts. It's like you are still willing to give love, but you're not willing to receive it. And your shell is there because of, old pain. But you're working, you are developing. You are becoming, your most self-actualized self. People already see all the work that you've put into yourself. People see that you give to other people. But people would really love it if they could give to you. And I don't think that you can accept people giving to you. And it's important to not only be a giving person, but somebody who can receive goodness. And I know that this is something I've worked on myself. I've got a little cowboy hat. So, maybe you really dig the Western style. I think that maybe sometimes you come in and I think you are a warrior. Like somebody who comes in and you're with the white hat and you come to save the day. But I think you also, leave before you get a reward. And I think that it looks like this pile, at least people perceive you as somebody who needs to be able to accept kindness and love as well as give it. And I think maybe with all the kindness and love that is in your heart, maybe you've been drained. Yeah, you've been drained by people. You've had people take advantage of that. And I think you have let people's treatment of you, you've let yourself take on people's treatment of you as something that's true when it's a lie. Yeah. Because if you treat somebody with kindness and then they treat you horribly, that's not about you. You are truly limitless, and people see that. And your work is seeing that in yourself. I think you've you're moving on, you've moved on from the people, but you need to move on from the mindset. Or at least people believe that to be the case. Because what has happened to you is not, you can't control what somebody does. You can only control your own reactions to it. And I get that you're, from what I saw, that you're such a loving and kind person. That sometimes you give people way too many chances. And sometimes you're so people see how beautiful, kind, wonderful you are. And they wish that you could see that. And they don't think that you do. But people see you as a giver. People see you as somebody who makes the world better. Yeah, people see you as somebody who makes the world better. And they want you to see that too. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you. I'm sending you so much kindness and love. Just remember, you are worth every bit of kindness and respect. Yeah. And if somebody held back love and kindness and respect, that's not about you. And you can't make any other person treat you that way, but you can accept that you can accept the kindness and respect that is here for you. So, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. And if you want a reading on your particular situation, I do that. You can email me in my down below in my description. And if you like or subscribe, those things help me so much. And I really appreciate the comments too. It's good to know what people may have picked. But just remember, again, you're worthy of kindness and respect. I appreciate you greatly. I hope everybody in your life is happy and healthy, and I hope that you are too. Thank you.